come off the back of Thor: Love and Thunder, like a month or two after from shooting this. I used to play, it's been replaced now.
Tickets are on sale for KFC Radio Live. Click the link in the bio, get yours, come out and hang with the boys.
Come on, dude. I got it. He opened the water. It sprayed all over him. The interview's not looking enough. I mean, that's the best content. Is this audio? It's annoying. To the guy who's not second one. I can't believe it.
I'm getting all the gold and no one's even filming.
This type of movie is like right up. I mean, I love it too, but this is his type of movie. Like, we talked about Extraction 1 for weeks, and this I just used what 3-4 times.
I watched it 3 times this week.
3 times.
There's no way, really?
I swear to God, we got the screener Friday morning. I watched it Friday night. I watched it Saturday night. I watched it last night. I watched it last night in a sauna too, because I was like, I gotta get slim. But it is.
Thank you. That's so cool.
Unreal. Extraction 1 was dope.
Yeah.
It was really great. This is. I want you to make me a promise. Extraction 3, we're back here. I'm shaking up a water.
100%.
Okay.
I'm shaking up all sorts of
I
things.
have a feeling we're going to be talking about like Extraction 12. I feel like this series has legs, man.
So good. There were like, we'll talk about the live shot in a second, but there are like 5 deaths in this that are the best movie deaths I've ever seen in my life.
That is amazing.
It is. I don't want to give them away, but let's just say the leg press machine. I got off the couch.
You know, the sequence in the gym, that hot fight sequence was, a few people have been asking, like, Sam, how did you come up with that? And Sam said that was actually the stunt department fight choreographers based on YouTube fails of people going into the gym and like, caught up in a bit of equipment or slipping off the treadmill and then
let's just kill them.
It with an action scene and kill them. And that's what
Shit. So there's some reality behind the fact that there's some reality behind Extraction 2 is the upset of the century.
Now that you say that, the cable machine one, I was like, oh, I've seen that video before. Like someone coming flying back.
It is a treadmill one in particular.
Treadmill,
yeah. Oh no! Did you feel like is it hard to top Extraction 1? When you do a movie that's so big to begin with, and you got to do it.
Yeah, for sure. And look, in the first film, Sam talked about doing the 1 hour 11 minutes, and I said, yeah, sounds like fun. By the end of that, I said, box checked, we're never doing it again. 1 is suck just because they're exhausting, and just the risk is so much higher, but the reward is so much better. You get this in-camera truth and integrity and authenticity you don't get otherwise. And then we came back to how do we up what we did? We kind of left it all on the table in the last one. And Sam said, well, let's double the oneer for a starter. So we have a 22-minute oneer in this. We had me on the top of the moving train going 50 miles an hour, helicopters landing on trains, helicopters flying backwards in front of me 20 feet away.
That was all fucking real.
All real, all in camera. Yeah.
Oh,
95% of what you see all happened within camera, which
I think on my third viewing, I was like, that's got to be green screen.
It's wild, huh?
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, I came up with a little business plan here. Why don't you just do a full one shot? Because think about it.
This is what.
Brilliant, right? Brilliant. This is like no one's ever done it before. 1918 doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, with a dramatic. I mean, that has some beautiful action, but like a different type of film. To do a oneer, as in with this level of action, you'd have to my brothers would have to step in at some point when
you'd be
pass on.
done in 2 hours.
You'd be done in 2 hours.
One day,
one day. What are you talking about? No, but we've kind of cursed ourselves because we've said that jokingly. Well, the whole film was a wonder, and now you brought it up. We planted the seed, so maybe.
I think actually, have you seen the show Old Man? The Old Man on FX with Jeff Bridges. And there's a fight scene in that because a lot of choreography is so like beautifully done and are like fighting with a lot. But those they feel more real because you're gassed. You're like noticeably gassed. Where like this is perfect. Where it's like it's got the choreography and the artistry of it, but it's also like these people are literally fighting for their lives. Yeah. It's been running for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right
now. No, and that's the thing. Is like if we had a shot, in California and sunny green screen, so on. You're adding fake sweat and you're adding all this, and you're doing push-ups and squats before the take just to have your breath be up. Whereas this was like, those last few punches and most sequences, I'm like, someone call cut. And you're swinging for the fences and like hitting each other, and so it's a little different.
We noticed, so in the beginning when you're kind of, you come out of the coma, right, and you're like getting back into shape, it was it a body double situation to have someone look smaller than you?
Yeah, we had a lot of VFX kind of trim me down.
So that was you just trimmed up.
Me shrunk.
I didn't know if they just said, get a scrawny guy in here to play, because
when you were walking up the stairs, I was like, bro, makes it a squat.
It's just, there's no legs in it, there's no leg day in his workout. It's all upper body. And I'd also come off the back of Thor: Love and Thunder, like a month or two from shooting this. I used to play, it's been replaced now. But so I came into this a lot heavier as well than I would have been. So those shots there was a lot of shrinking.
No calf definition. Come on, man.
It's all that neck.
Dude, Thor, real quick. You know what I learned? I was watching Limitless. I learned you wear a wig in Thor. And it makes no sense.
Some of the film. Yeah, the second one I didn't. First one, second one. Yeah, I did most of them,
It made no, I've seen you in other movies. I know you have short hair.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I never thought about that either.
He's wearing a wig.
It's a good wig.
Limitless,
the
by
wig
the way.
in the first film, you should have a look. In the first film is a different hair wig artist than. No offense, it was very different style.
I think it was some
the hair changes dramatically from the first film to the second one.
Limitless, I can't tell whether it's gonna save my life or ruin my life, because if you're waking up with anxiety and stress and all that, and you're fucking you, I'm like, maybe that's a good thing for me, because it's like, well, then everybody's got stress and anxiety, right? If this guy's going through it too, or part of me is like, well, then there's no hope for any of us. So I can't decide yet, but that was cool. I mean, it's a very cool series, different from anything else I've really seen in Hollywood. Very honest, but all you're still seeing doing wild shit, and it's all very cool. But I was like, really, him too?
I remember hearing that. I've been getting on a set and feeling nervous, and someone's gonna, I'm gonna get fired here. I suck in this scene or whatever. And then hearing talking to Kate Blanchett and Anthony Hopkins, feeling that still feel like someone's gonna tap them on the shoulder and say, nah, you're no good. We found you out. Get out. So I think that was part of the reason for doing the show, was having it be accessible and have these sort of understanding universally that we're all going through the same shit and going through the same things and the same challenges. And it's
Do you find that, you are wildly successful and, in my opinion, probably the best looking person on the planet Earth.
Oh, mate.
So,
come on. Back at you.
That was so slow. You couldn't even fake it.
I was
back at you.
emotionally kind of invested. It was truth.
We'll cut that. Love you too.
You also. He touched my leg. He went to the leg touch again, though.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
Kiss yourself. I'd probably get a leg touch.
That's why I wear a dark suit.
Smart man.
It happens all the time, okay?
Do you ever feel, though, like people just kind of assume everything's awesome all the time, and he's Thor and he's successful and a great family and those goddamn eyes, but it's like you can go through your own shit,
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. Someone's talking about the social media and how part of the big problem is how perfect your life is, and look at this, and and I'm like, I flick on and go, oh, he's got it figured out, doesn't he? Look, everything's. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing though, aren't I? You're only showing the kind of the happier moments, and.
But I would say you literally got it figured out.
I'm absolutely beyond blessed and thankful, and I don't when I'm complaining, I'm like, just shut up, you're doing okay. So I'm very thankful, mate. I'm not here to say that.
That doesn't mean you can't have a bad day or whatever. So
now it's not all perfect, because I was reading a story the other day, and it was about your cameo on vacation.
Yeah.
And there was tell me if this is true or not. There was, for those who haven't seen it, you were wearing quite a prosthetic.
Yeah.
But there is in the story I read where they were deciding between an 8 and a 10.
Yeah.
And the 8...
You're trying them on.
You tried them on, and the 8 just didn't look good. The 8 wasn't fake enough.
I didn't even know if I tried it on. I was like, let's go with the 10, guys. For comedic value, obviously, you know, and any assumption of truth people might think it's sure. You know?
Dude, let's do it.
That was like I don't even know what you'd call it. Rehearsal process was one of the funniest, most insane.
I'm sure.
And they were kind of initially were like, it's kind of a weird thing, and I'd only been on set for a day and didn't really know the directors, and they were like, we've got to talk about penises for a second. And like, can you just come and approve which one we want to have? And a bunch of them lined up, yeah. And I had them. So as a wrap gift, they gave me that prosthetic, which is like lifelike as it's going to be, and put it in this Perspex cube box, and I had it at home. And then my wife's like, "This is disgusting." And I was like, "Just put it on the mantelpiece." Yeah, put it on the mantelpiece. Just get it on the mantelpiece for just one party, you know. And she's like, "No." Anyway, eventually my kids find this thing.
I was going to say, what about the kids at home?
Dad, is this a bird's nose? What is this thing? Am I playing with it and stuff? And I was like, "Oh God, give me that. And so it's at my mate's house now. He has it on his mantelpiece.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
Now he's throwing the parties. You see this?
he's throwing the party.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
right
kids.
here.
He doesn't have kids.
That's so funny. Well, let's just go with the 10, guys. Don't even waste our time. Let's just throw the 10 in there.
Do a 21-minute one shot. Let's do a 10.
20 minutes, yeah. It all goes hand in hand.
You're right. There's probably a decent amount of people out there. Anytime I've seen a movie or a show with a prosthetic in that regard, a lot of people always go, "Is it real? Is it not?"
Yeah.
So I'd be one of those. I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know."
I mean, you'll never know. Hopefully, you'll never find out.
I just took my real one, put it on my friend's mantle.
I quickly saw something before coming in here that you almost lost your gig with Thor because of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah. Well, I talked to Kevin Feige about it. So, when I did Dancing with the Stars, I was 18, 19, and...
Wait, you can dance too?
No.
That was the ride.
No.
Came in last place every
No.
show, every episode,
So
and they were like, "We don't know if we can cancel
beautiful.
the guy."
I got like 3 episodes in there, like, see ya. It was a good chance to earn some money to come to the States and try and make it as an actor and so on. So I did the show. It was ridiculous and absurd, and I made a fool of myself, which was kind of fun. I got Thor, and then I asked Kevin Feige. This is a few years later, and he goes, it came up. He goes, we had all made the decision, and then all of a sudden, someone said, "Oh, have you seen this?" It was on YouTube, and he goes, and I went downstairs to all the women in the office, and I said, "What do you think of this?" And then they were like, "No, it's cool. He can dance. He can dance."
All right.
Thankfully, they didn't watch very much of the video because you would have noticed I couldn't dance. But he said he had a hesitation. So, could you imagine? All because of that show. I was like, "No one will care. No,
This will be great. I'll kill my career.
If you don't get Thor because you came in last place for 4 weeks on Dancing with the Stars,
Look, he might say no, it wasn't that true, but.
We've talked to a few of your castmates from the Marvel movies, and we've had a debate going with them regarding America's ass. Because there was a debate between. So that's the debate.
Oh.
Because Anthony Mackie was like, "Fuck Chris Evans. I'm America's ass."
Yeah. Yeah.
So where do you fall on this debate?
Or don't have America's ass.
Well, yeah, you can Australia's ass. Yeah. I was gonna say, you can take that title home. Who between the two are you giving it to?
I think Paul Bettany was like, "It's Mackie."
I think Mackie. I think. Yeah, Evans doesn't have an ass. He's been skipping leg days, no squats, and no.
He looks like you in the Star Extraction too.
That's right. In fact, that's who we used. Him when he did Captain America 1.
That's great, man. I also saw you were when I was looking you up, you had a Chris Hemsworth AM from the Order of Australia.
Oh right.
What is that?
So it kind of like not a knighthood, but
you got to get that Sir title. Yeah, you got to be Sir Chris Hemsworth. Fuck this AM thing.
It used to be a knight. I was like, I'm sick of a knight. They're like, no, they've changed it now. It means like, what is it?
That's
the
biggest flex you've had. Yeah,
I was like,
I'm loyalty or something. I don't really know.
I was going to get a sword and be knighted and the whole thing. And
none of that.
No, nothing.
You
nearly
just get a
as
prosthetic
exciting.
dick on your mantle, and that's it. You're done.
I think once I saw my Dancing with the Stars, they took it off me.
All right, the tunnels, we got to wrap up. But one more thing, we talked to your countryman a couple weeks ago, Russell Crowe,
Oh, yeah.
and we asked him for a fun fact and he had right off the rip that kangaroos don't fart. Never heard that in my life.
You believe that? You seem like you have hesitation.
Yeah, you were skeptical on that. You think he's fucking with us?
I'm racking my brain for some facts, to be honest, in case you ask me the question.
You got a fun fact?
No. I hate the pressure.
See, it's not that easy. All right.
Fun fact of Australia.
No, it doesn't have to be Australia. Just be fun fact about anything.
A fun fact. I think,
You know what I learned the other day? Why they wear baseball uniforms that are gray? Because on the road uniforms are gray because on the road they didn't get to use laundry back in the day.
So you can get them dirty and wouldn't
You
tell.
wouldn't notice as much.
yeah.
It's a great one.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's what Chris said.
Just dump that
That's
in there.
so funny you said that. It's right at the tip of my tongue.
All right, all good, man. Thanks so much.
Dude,
Attraction
thank
2
you
is
so much.
incredible.
It's a fucking 20 out of 10.
is
It's
really
so
thank
good,
you.
dude. It's
Thank
so
you.
good. I can't wait to go home. I'm done with this interview. Let's go watch it again.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.